A while back, I made a video about an obscure Sonic manga titled Dash and Spin Superfast Sonic. It was a bizarre series that I still highly recommend you check out. Near the beginning of the video, I said this. Who knows, maybe if this video gets a bit more traction, I might make a sequel video covering the second volume. You guys probably thought it was just some throwaway line, right? Well, guess what? I'm back again with more Sonic manga talk. However, I do want to switch things up this time. Instead of covering just Dash and Spin, I have given myself the task to take a look at every single Sonic manga ever made. Unfortunately, various stories from these mangas have been lost to time or have not been fully translated, but we can still appreciate the ones that we have today, thanks to the fans who have preserved and translated this realm of obscure Sonic media. So, without further ado, let's jump into the realm of Sonic mangas. The first one on this list is Sonic the Hedgehog story comic. This was a 3-volume promotional manga for Sonic the Hedgehog back in 1991. There are some interesting elements inside this one surrounding Sonic 1. So, let's take a look at it. Chapter 1 immediately begins with showcasing Dr. Eggman taking over South Island with his badniks, capturing animals and constructing factories. We get a glimpse at some of these robots included in the comic. These guys in particular are giving me some serious SWATbot vibes. He is immediately notified by one of his helper robots that a Chaos Emerald's energy readings have been spotted. Apparently inside this manga, Dr. Eggman has always wanted to cop a Chaos Emerald in order to fulfill his childhood dream. You're never gonna guess what this dream even is. He wants to use the emerald, yes, a singular emerald, in order to boil the largest egg in history. We later see in Green Hill Zone, Sonic and his band jamming out at a concert. This band is actually the same scrap band from Sonic 1. These guys were apparently going to make an appearance in the sound test, but unfortunately, this would never materialize. However, the Crocodile and the band members themselves will later appear in other games and media down the line. Eggman interrupts the band, but Sonic saves the day, spinning into enemies just like in the games. Even the Wrecking Ball boss makes an appearance here too, but it's no match for the speedy Blue Blur. Chapter 2 features Sonic traveling through Marble Zone. Sonic is giving a quick rundown from some of the animals that Eggman is capturing and turning them into robots. Sonic ventures further through Marble Zone, passing by familiar set pieces and hazards seen within the game. Sonic makes his way to Sparkling Zone? That's right. Originally, Spring Yard was called Sparkling Zone, complete with neon lights and signs, reminiscent of Casino Night Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Sonic bounces off some bumpers and saves some more animals. Starlight Zone is up next, with Sonic using the seesaw from the game to attack an Orbinaut and take out Eggman. Hey, why is Spring Yard's boss fight here in Starlight? I meant Starland. The final chapter greets us with a Motobug dropping the F-bomb along with Sonic replying back with it too. Who knew that cursing and swearing was a Sonic staple since the first game? Sonic ventures into Clockwork Zone, the prototype name for Scrap Brain, and takes a wrong turn into a tube leading to Labyrinth Zone? Yeah, the zone ordering in this story is really odd. Even with the beta elements in mind, Labyrinth was originally planned to be the second zone in Sonic 1. Sonic makes it out and defeats Eggman once and for all. Overall, I really enjoyed this manga. Yeah, it's a blatant promotion for Sonic 1, but I loved how it was just a silly and goofy story. The art is incredible, and I really liked how the artist gave Sonic fangs in this manga. Kinda weird how only one Chaos Emerald is present, and Eggman's motives for collecting it is just some weird, goofy plan. But still, it was really cool to see the beta elements from Sonic 1 make their appearances in here, such as the band and the zone names/designs. There's also a really interesting story at the end of this manga, but we'll get to it later. A solid 8 out of 10 read that you should definitely check out. It's finally time to talk about the manga best known for existing, the 1992 Koro Koro Sonic manga. Yep, the same guys who did Dash and Spin got their start with Sonic the Hedgehog. The series spanned 2 years and 7 volumes. This series is loosely based off of the aforementioned franchise and was developed by Kenji Terada. Many characters featured in this manga were created by Sega of Japan, and some of these characters would later appear in official Sonic games. Another interesting tidbit about this series is that it's the only one on this list that was specifically aimed at primary school children. Unfortunately, volumes 1, 2, and 6 are available online with full English translations. All of those volumes that I did just mention also have some of their stories missing. If you know of a place where I can find more of these volumes online, please let me know in the comments down below. With all that out of the way, let's talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. Volume 1's first story begins with, "Oh wait, I've seen this before," one of the many inspirational quotes plastered on JP Gen's era box art. But for real, Nicky and his girlfriend are off on a walk until the school bully, Anton Veruga, kidnaps his girl, Amy. Wishing to be stronger and not a failure, Nicky gets his Peter Parker spider bite moment and becomes Sonic the Hedgehog via a zap of lightning. Using his super speed, Sonic saves the day. We skip over to the 5th story. Sonic and Anton get into a boxing match. Hijinks ensue with Sonic actually using his quills, spines, spikes, whatever you want to call it, to beat Anton in the fight. Later in the story, we get a bit of some backstory into Sonic's dad, Polly. Yep, this is one of the very few continuities in which Sonic isn't a fatherless child. It seems to be that in this series, Sonic isn't just one person, rather is some sort of mystical being. As stated in the manga 20 years ago, Polly almost lost his life in a jet incident, but thanks to Sonic, his life was spared. Because of this, he always wears a jacket with the Sonic emblem on it. Now, if you were paying attention in this video, I mentioned earlier that there was a second story inside of the first Sonic manga. Well, that story starred a jet pilot named Henry who wore a similar jacket with a Sonic emblem on it. He and his friend Chuck broke the sound barrier with their fighter jets. However, Henry lost his life because of that feat, with the story mentioning that his jet explodes into pieces. That's dark. But I find it extremely interesting how the story was somewhat recycled into this manga's continuity. The 6th story introduces Charmy Bee into the world of Sonic. After Nicky and Polly are captured by Dr. Eggman in a literal flying whale aircraft, Nicky turns into Sonic, but Eggman immediately catches him and attempts to drown him to death. Jeez. But have no fear, Charmy Bee is here. Using a time machine, he saves Sonic and Polly. Volume 2 only has stories 10 and 11, so let's check those out. Eggman kidnaps some girl named Tanya, but Sonic saves her. However, Eggman is a step ahead of Sonic, using his diabolical traps, which backfires on him, letting the duo escape. Numero 11 has Eggman attempt to sabotage Sports Day, aka just the Olympics. But similar to the previous story, these attempts only cause failure for him. We skip to volume 6, which unfortunately with the stories that were provided suffers from repetition. All of these stories follow the simple plot of Amy getting kidnapped, Sonic using some new method to save her, with Tails making an appearance in the 4th story. The only highlight I can really think of is this cute little interaction with Nicky and his dad. While I enjoyed the slapstick comedy and humor in this series, especially with just how inventive Eggman's tactics and the characters' interactions with Sonic's family are, volume number 6 just could not let Amy breathe without getting snatched up by Anton. Gotta say, this one is a 6.8 out of 10 for me. Let's hope the next manga goes up from here. Before I dive into the next manga, I want to shine the spotlight toward the cancelled Sonic Mangaverse concept from the Archie comics. In the Spaz sketchbook section from Sonic the Hedgehog issue 115, we can see that the cast was going to go through significant design changes. Sonic and Sally wear these snazzy jackets accompanied with some bulky but highly detailed shoes. We have different classes of SWAT bots. Bunny Rabbit was going to be shown with and without her cybernetic parts, but I have saved the best redesign for last. My man Snively, sporting this weird but really cool looking stealth suit and Cyclops inspired visor. It would have been really cool to see this appear in a super special or even a one-shot story, especially with the fact that they did a Sailor Moon parody that one time. That was weird. But overall, some pretty cool looking concept art from Patrick Spaziante. Well. If it isn't our old friend Dash and Spin. Volume 2 is up today, and from what I've found, we have chapters 17 and 18 to look at, along with some bonus stories. Chapter 17 introduces Shadow to the series lore. It looks like we're gonna have an epic battle between these two. A staring contest is what we get here. Even Eggman admits how absurd the whole ordeal is. But we're not done yet, as we have a squatting contest. Hey, look guys, it's a panel from the community tab. Wow. Eggman gets frustrated and basically tells them to fight him if they're not gonna fight each other. And so, in beating the crap out of Eggman, Sonic and Shadow became friends.
Number 18.
As Eggman embarrassed Sonic by pretending to be a film director. The film is titled, and I kid you not, The Hyperspeed Heroes Hidden Shame, 9/11. Yep, we officially have 9/11 canon to Sonic media. The movie in question features Sonic peeing, doodling on the back of Tails' head, and eating a burger. Obviously, this movie isn't gonna sell 1 trillion tickets, so it's up to Sonic and friends to help Eggman make a movie. There is just some weird stuff happening in this story, but we're just gonna roll with it. Dash and Spin, just keep doing what you're doing. Sonic and Co. realize that they were tricked and trolled the entire time, and decide to scare the crap out of Eggman with not so subtle references to famous horror film inspired costumes. All of this was caught on camera and made into a movie by the heroes. There are some bonus stories in Volume 2 titled Special Comics. Interestingly enough, these are the only stories that are in full color, and for the most part, they're only a few panels long. The first one has Sonic stop Eggman with a kick that sends him flying into Knuckles and Rouge. It's revealed that Eggman was carrying a sack full of donuts. Easily the #1 best story in the Sonic franchise. Special Comic 2 has Eggman attempt to defeat Sonic with math. Now, I want everyone watching this video right now to go ahead and solve the problem in the comments down below. Let's see how stupid some of you guys are. Special Comic 3 is a short 4-panel story of Tails helping Sonic get good at Super Monkey Ball. Number 4 has some interesting references to Sonic Advance 2. Story number 5 has another short Monkey Ball cameo. 6 introduces us to Cream the Rabbit and her shiny Chow. 7 has Eggman mistake Sonic and Tails' conversation about Chow, believing that they're talking about him. Can't forget Dash and Spin's love of cursed Eggman panels. Oh wow, they did it back to back for this story too. Geez, Santa Harukaze. What is your deal with drawing Eggman this way? And finally, the last story has Sonic working on his own anime. After rereading this manga, I gotta say the weirdness and over-the-top jokes are starting to grow on me. Especially that 9/11 joke. Still can't get over the fact that these two things are now related to each other. It's really disappointing that only such a handful of stories are available online for this series, especially in comparison to the previous mangas I've covered earlier in this vid. This is easily one of the Sonic mangas of all time. 8.3 out of 10 for this one. This next series unfortunately has not been translated, but thankfully archived panels of this manga have been saved for us to take a glimpse at. The Dengeki Nintendo DS Sonic manga stories were a series of ongoing stories based off of Sonic games running from 2008 all the way to 2012. These stories were published in the Dengeki Nintendo gaming magazines and were created by Makoto Hirono. The games included were Sonic World Adventure, Sonic Chronicles, Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic Colors, and Sonic Generations. We have stories such as Chip being obsessed with merchandise, Merlina showcasing her magic to Sonic and Caliburn, and classic Sonic getting kidnapped by Eggman with the most Looney Tunes styled trap I've ever seen. This series was an enjoyable read, even though I couldn't understand a single thing these guys are saying. Just the fact alone that we have official art from the selection of games here is very cool. 8.5 out of 10 for this one. Sonic Comic is a 25th anniversary manga series that was released online via the Sonic Channel website. Out of all the mangas that we've covered, this is the only one that got an official English translation, but it was only released in 2 volumes and could only be purchased via Tomi's action figure comic book pack. These are slice-of-life adventures featuring various characters from the series. There are a total of 26 stories, and since this one has all the stories translated, I'll instead point out some notable things I read. The ghosts from SA2 make an appearance in Jump Scare Tales. Amy's fortune telling is brought up in her story, something that hasn't really been brought up period that much in Sonic related content. Knuckles destroys a tree that is alluded to be planted by his ancestors. Gamma and Beta make a small appearance in Eggman's story. The reasoning behind Shadow's name is brought up, being that whenever a shadow is present, it points you to the direction of light. That's pretty clever naming if you ask me. And last, but not least, Omega tries to kill Rouge for making fun of a wreath he got from some chow. Something you might notice from the screenshots is how each story is color-coded to the character instead of just being black and white like the majority of the mangas present. It really allows it to stand out above the rest in presentation. The art is on par with Dengeki's with clean line art and having bits and pieces of action-oriented panels to keep you immersed in the charming stories. 8.5 out of 10, highly recommend if you enjoy these type of stories. And there we have it. Every single Sonic manga covered in any way, shape, or form. While I unfortunately wasn't able to cover every single story inside these mangas, we sure covered a lot of ground with the ones found today. I hope in the future Sega should consider localizing these for the Western audience, like the Sonic Channel series. Sonic manga is such an obscure piece of Sonic media that should be accessible for all fans to enjoy. If there's one thing you can take away from this video, it's that Sonic mangas are insanely weird. They've got some incredible art, nonsensical stories, and most importantly, what we need to do as fans, get a hashtag for these mangas to get over to the US. Seriously. Some of these stories are peak fiction and we may not even know it. Thanks for watching today's video. If you like what you saw, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh yeah, I forgot that a share button exists on YouTube, so I guess use it if you want to show to your friends or to dislike bomb the crap out of this video. Check out the Discord server in the description below if you want to hang out with me and some other Sonic fans. Also, I stream on the weekends, so make sure to peep the streams when they're up. Hope to see you all again in the next Stryster video.